You know what?
Okay guys, so on this video right here, I'm talking about how there's a woman who was following me around with a group of people that was standing outside the stores, and or they'll just be sitting out at the front waiting, and then they followed me to another store. But I was in such peace last night when I was walking. It wasn't dark when I started walking, but it just got dark when I was walking. But anyways, before I get into that, I just want to say that I started speaking out basically curses to the people that have been trying to curse us. I mean, and when I say us, I mean people other than just myself and my son. I'm talking about on behalf of others that are out there. For instance, speaking something to manifest where YouTube is forced to like change some of their, basically to make it fair for all users instead of being discriminatory. And because there's someone at YouTube that's doing something with the algorithm so that my videos don't be seen as much. And it's not YouTube itself shadow banning, it's someone who's personally doing something with the algorithm so that my videos aren't seen that much. And I feel like that's not right because I didn't do anything to them. So obviously I must be somebody that offends them or their spirit for some reason. But anyways, I think something like that's already playing out where YouTube is about to get sued out there, you know what, so that they could be fair for others because they're not doing anything about the people who are having their channels manipulated and people taking their revenue. Like, come on, YouTube, you could, because it's not affecting your pockets, that's why you don't care. But when there is a large publicity and everybody knows how what's been being allowed at the YouTube corporation, then or organization, they're gonna is gonna force so much negative publicity that you guys, they're gonna be trying to win people back. Well, I shouldn't say that part. I need to save some stuff for private for when I speak against them, since they're trying to work against me. And I say they because they have employees that are doing things and they're not doing anything about it. You don't act like y'all don't ever watch YouTube. You put ads on there. So, and like some people be around you can't go at least one whole year without seeing one YouTube video, even if it's online or somebody put it on Facebook. See, that's confirmation. If somebody put it on Facebook, you click a video, somebody share it, it leads back to YouTube. So, and there's some people out there that be talking about how YouTube is allowing their money to be tampered with. Like, it's not right that somebody works hard to post their videos for so that they can earn money. They put the videos out there. They're following the guidelines. They're not doing anything wrong, but you're allowing people to steal their money. Somebody who's a reader I know of who was getting like $2,000-3,000 a month, but because the hard work she goes, they're able to just take it and YouTube doesn't do anything about it. To me, that means YouTube is just as responsible, guilty, and corrupt as the individuals that are there working, manipulating and tampering with people's accounts and their revenue. So I've been speaking out certain things on those people's behalf as well, so that we can all get justice for this type of stuff happening, because it's unnecessary. It's funny because it's the people who know they wouldn't like that stuff happening to them. They're doing it to other people and then thinking that they're gonna get by. You got by, but you didn't get away, basically. So it will come upon you. And with that being said, sorry, my son just woke up, guys. So, but but anyway, so there was this group of men that was following me around with this woman who she had a face mask on, and that's how I know it might have been Tressa Berry. And then the next day she messaged me. So I went to a NAMI meeting yesterday, and after that NAMI meeting, I noticed that she said, I'm not going to work on Monday. But guess what? Yesterday was Monday, and a woman that looked just like her was in the Safeway with a Target bag, just standing at the entrance with her camera pointing up towards me. And she had a face mask on, but not very many people are walking around with face masks on anymore. At one point they were, because they were gang stalking and didn't want me to know who they were. But even when your face is covered, I can still see you with at the bridge of your nose, from the bridge of your nose and eyes up, I can still know who you are. So it didn't help. Plus, she was wearing glasses like she usually does. So I thought that was strange. And then this morning, after I seen that and I started getting confirmation when I came back home, was that her? And I kept getting yes that that was her. But because I was like, why does she look just like Mrs. Berry from Self Enhancement Inc? And they're mad because they offered me to come to an event on a Saturday, which I thought was strange. And I remember the last event I went to, they antagonized me there, and everybody who was there, they was trying to act like, I didn't fit in, I wasn't part of the community. It was mostly black people, of course. And then they invited me to another one where I could actually get a massage, and I thought that was funny because I was just talking about how I wanted to get a massage. So I signed up like I was gonna come there too, just to play with them, just like they be playing with me. And I never came. But the funny thing is, I actually literally forgot about that meeting, and the next day I went to a NAMI group that's facilitated by that particular older black woman who was the one who told me she was dragging her feet on getting the things that I needed for my son and I, when she's my domestic violence advocate. This domestic violence situation should have been dealt with. Like, she dragged it on way longer than it needed to be dragged on. But yeah, anyway, so I'm saying all that because she was following me came from one store and followed me down the road to another store and came in there with the same Target bag, put it in her basket, and had it where I had to ask her to excuse me to move out of the way so that I can exit the door, because she was just standing there with her phone pointed at me. And I didn't bother taking my camera out because I didn't see it as necessary, because I already knew what was going on. And there's plenty of that foolishness that keeps going on. I'm like, baby, I have a Target bag in my house to remind me, when I see that Target bag, they're nothing. The people are worthless. That's how I tell myself, like, don't consider what they're doing. So anyways, another thing is, there was a group of African American males that were outside, and they was trying to make sure they try hard, just like the other store, which was Fred Meyer that I left from. They thought that I failed for it. They thought maybe if they'd be nice to me, I would be nice to them and not know that they're a gang stalker. But I knew, because you tried hard to get my attention, which was unnecessary, which is what usually black men don't do up here. He tried hard just to say, you in line, you dumb. I'm trying my best not to call them any names. But you blind MF, you couldn't see that I was clearly standing behind another person who was clearly standing in line for the self-checkout. He just wanted to smile to pretend that he was nice. Like, people, they really think that we can't see through them. I can see straight through you. It don't matter how fake nice you're being. You can have the most beautiful smile. I'll see straight through it. I could tell if you're just doing that as like a setup now, because there's too many people who's played in my face to the point where I'm not going to second guess myself. Even like they said on something I was listening to yesterday, you can't help, like, once something happens where the person, hold on, I got distracted from these people upstairs. They keep trying to make noise and throw something down. But basically, I'll come back to that because I don't want to, it's in my mind, but I don't want to spend too much time right there focusing on basically how it was talking about Sigma females. That's what it was. It came across my channel randomly. And then I was like, I want to see if these people are saying stuff that I think. And then I forgot, I think it's a channel called Rare Gems that I recently subscribed to. But it'd be like, they be talking spot on about people like us, our personality, like, we are able to see how unrelated situations connect. And like, I don't know how to explain it right now, but you can go to that channel and find it. But anyways, those men, it was a group. That's what made it obvious. They started laughing out of the blue when I walked away after being nice, because they think I felt for it, that I didn't know that they were gang stalkers. But first of all, I'm used to going to that particular Safeway store and the behaviors on the inside and the outside of what happens there, even down to how the cars are parked and the space in the parking lot, how it's orchestrated. But I just don't say anything. I just take note and keep walking. But they was laughing. They don't know they're already included in the curse that I put out. And I hate to say curse, because people be like, oh, this is an evil biatch. But no, it's something that's good for all of us. But these ladies, I mean, this lady was following me around, but every time she followed me around at a store, I went to walk to 3 different stores just to get exercise before I came back home and worked out in the gym downstairs. Because nobody's usually in there, but then I did see one of the gang stalkers come peep around the corner to see I was in there. And don't worry, if you guys come in there and mess with me, it's not going to be good for you. I've already been sending curses out, and they tried to pretend they were being nice. These black men were trying to pretend they were being nice because they didn't want me to curse them, but the joke was on them because they're already included in that curse that I put out for them, because I said from anyone from this day forward who comes around me with that gang stalking. So now all I say is your name is on that list, that, or your name is included, or your Photoshop, your mugshot of me remembering your face, you're included in it. So this winter, when all that stuff starts happening, you're gonna start to see certain things happen, and you're gonna know you didn't get away with it. You might have laughed. That's why I don't have to laugh out loud right back at y'all. Y'all keep doing that filthy, like, fake SHI. But it doesn't phase me that way no more, because I took my power back already. I have control over my will, my I was gonna say my dwelling in my life. You guys think that you're having power over it, but now I'm using that same power against you that you think that you're trying to exert over me. But and anybody else for that matter. So I was just saying that because the woman that is supposed to be my DV advocate, they've been trying to get her to invite me places now to antagonize me since I caught on to the other older woman that they were trying to use. They be using ladies that's in their 40s and 50s to try to antagonize me because they think because I have a softer spot for seniors. But it started to change because I see how some older people were just a-holes that grew up and got older, and they still have that disrespectful attitude about them, or that inconsiderate attitude, but they think because they're old, you're supposed to respect them. And that's starting to change. Like, I'm not respecting you if you don't respect me. I don't have to be as rude to you as I would other people. I will just draw away, like, leave you, let you be. But other than that, I'm not gonna feed into that. So I think that was all I was really wanting to talk about on here, was how this video here, I'll click the picture.
You know what, guys? They sent a black lady that looks sort of like my domestic violence advocate. Oh, they put lights over here.
Yeah, she had a face mask on and she was looking just like my domestic. I was like, lady, you have the same body, the same body structure, the same stature and height, and then you're still wearing your glasses and with a face mask on randomly when nobody else in here is wearing a face mask. A black face mask. And back when COVID was happening, that's when I was being gang stalked in 2022, and they picked it up and upped the ante. That's how I knew that they were using that as a ploy, or as a disguise, so that they won't be known. But I still knew who the people were, because I don't just look at your face. I look at your body. Certain people walk a certain way. You have a certain height. You have a certain body structure, and all that together. Even if you're wearing sunglasses, I'm going to recognize you. There's going to be something familiar about you. And then all of a sudden, even if it's later on in the day, it's going to, all of a sudden, my memory going to draw back to who I saw that reminds me of you. And now I'm going to get confirmation that it was you, that you're that person that I seen before that's trying to hide now, either wearing sunglasses, or vice versa. The person that was wearing sunglasses trying to hide, now you're in front of my face trying to smile and pretend you're just a friendly neighbor. No, that's not going to work. So yeah, I just was trying to say all that. I was going to get into showing how another woman, No Marie from Call to Safety, that's the main part why I was making this video, is because my angels was trying to protect that woman at first. I guess they were giving her a chance to not be included in my curse, because I wasn't playing with nobody. That's probably why I started seeing these messages about Sigma females instead of just males, because the fact is I don't know. It's because that basically it says something about we have an intuition where we don't have to have the facts in front of our face to see how something that's unrelated to a current situation we're going through is connected to something else that we witnessed or saw. Something like that, it said. It's like it's energetic. It's in our spirit. And one lady said something about it being that it seemed like the same stuff that the Sigma female or male possess is something that happens to you when the Holy Spirit comes, when Yeshua when you born again or whatever, however you guys want to say. I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to be too religious or try to get people to go that way, because I'm not trying to force nobody to be or do anything they don't want to do. That's not my job. Actually, I feel like my job is more so to take out, or I mean to take down those type of people that's trying to dictate or force their will upon others unnecessarily, and then make their lives go the way they feel like their life should go, instead of letting that person just be. I don't like stuff like that. But yeah, so that's the main reason. I'll go back and make another video now showing about No Marie call to safety, how my angels try to protect her at first to give her a chance to not feel the wrath of something manifested by somebody who has power, that when it's spoken. And one thing I want to say is how I know that that curse, the what I had spoke basically in reversing a curse, was effective, because the same thing happened the day before, or I should say the night before I got the news from one of my other my Caucasian auntie, that the one who I had something to do with my mom's brother passing. Is she, the thing is, she sent me an email saying that my mom had passed away, and this was hours later. When I woke up, I felt real dizzy all of a sudden after I looked into the moon, and a hotel that was being heavily gang stalked at. And I looked at the moon, and while I was staring how big and beautiful it was, I just, even if it's a holograph or not, I was looking at it. And when I said what I said about reversing the curses and removing them, and send back and doing a return to sender in a different kind of way, to the people who sending death spells at me and trying to wish for my death, because I was like going through some things where people was constantly following me around with target bags like everywhere. It wasn't just one spot. That's how I knew, caught on to something that was orchestrated, and that these people were helping traffickers that was trying to traffic my son and I, that I kept escaping by using my mind in those situations. I feel like I was a fucking, sorry about that, a Navy SEAL trying to use my mind to like save my life in a situation all of a sudden, because the situation came upon me, and it can be overwhelming for people who can't be calm in a situation where there's a lot of chaos going on around them. And that, now I see that's one of their tactics that gang stalkers use, to like get people to have a so-called psychotic episode where the police can come and put you away in jail and ignore what you're saying, because they just brush it off as psychosis, so they can put you in a psych ward and nobody believes you. That's why I don't fucking give a damn about some of these cops out here. I said some, not all, because I have come into contact with some very honorable men and women who were officers. But majority of them are assholes that deserves a barbed wire barbed wire wrapped pole shoved up there where the sun don't shine. So anyways, I just wanted to say that stuff so people can know, like, first of all, the gang stalkers know that when I don't give you the interaction you're looking for, it's because it's already been dealt with before I came into your presence, and before you were met with mine. Like I said last night, I don't have to laugh out loud to make my presence known like a buffoon that y'all are, or a fool, because my presence is already known, and it's already recognized the moment I step in the center of that city. And that's the neighbor slamming. That's the pedophile neighbor, he a 69 God. Pedophile neighbor, he a 69 God. Pedophile neighbor, he a 69 God. So anyways, because I already felt him listen to me. That lady, somebody see that all they effing do is stalk me ever since I got here. But I'm not going to say more on that. They'll be surprised. But anyways, y'all, I apologize for making this a little long. Hopefully y'all was able to be kind of entertained in the midst of what this stuff I was saying. But it's real though. It's whether you take it like just a story time, or you gather some information and it hits your spirit like, so that's what was happening to me, or that's what was going on. That's all I hope to do when I share these personal stories about what's going on. So now I'm getting ready to show a little bit of the dialogue between a woman and I, that my angels tried to protect at first, because I feel that they were trying to give her a chance, even though I already knew, I saw at that moment she was on that fuck shit. And I apologize, but that's just the way I felt like it needed to be said. All right, so I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to go back and make a screen recording of the woman in her dialogue of how they even play games and pretend that they go as far as saying there was a family emergency. At this point, I'm starting to almost believe some of these people is taking out their own fucking family just so that they could join some shit like the what you call those people with the G, Freemasons. Oh yeah, like those type of people. Because there's another reader. I thought she was telling the truth about what she was saying. The truth was in her voice because she was being real about what she was saying in that reading. But unfortunately, I had to unsubscribe because I saw quickly she was one of them, and I already was picking up on signs spiritually later on after I made a video saying about how she was telling the truth in her reading about the very same stuff. I was like, damn, now I wouldn't be surprised if she was one of the motherfuckers working with they ass. That's how she knew. But anyways, it's a skinny lady that was talking about her twat being tight like a virgin. But when I saw how anorexic she was, I was like, okay, yeah, she might be telling the truth. Because I was like, why would you say that, girl? Why you trying to let us know? No, I guess she was trying to let the men know. No, I'm one of those people. I want you to be surprised. I don't want you to. I ain't trying to put it up like I'm trying to gas myself up. I want you to find out for yourself. So, lady, girl, she know who I talk about. Okay, it's Karmic Tarot. I ain't afraid to say it, but and I thought she was hella cool, but I started feeling some energy. I was like, nah, baby, I'm gonna just ease on out of here. And plus it was some other people. It's a lot of stuff that you see even online happening, y'all. Like people you don't even know. You come to their channel, you find out they in on some stuff. A lady had received a phone call midway of her video as soon as I subscribed, and then she talks, I hope it ain't AI. Then there was something about it. I said, oh no, it's time to unsubscribe. And I later got some information, and I saw why. I was like, dang, these game stalkers be working hard trying to it's like basically gossipers, jealous, hating behind gossipers going around town networking with people to stop people that they already see as powerful and better than them, but they want to try to stop you before you recognize it. Because then if you know it yourself, you going to be unstoppable and not give a damn about what nobody say and still make it, and all their efforts going to go to waste. Like that lady on Tyler Perry, Why Did I Get Married, or Medea's Family Reunion, whichever one, when that lady was like, all my hard work has gone to waste. It doesn't have to, is what that man said. So that's where they call in these reinforcement antagonizers. They're it doesn't have to go to waste, but it's still failing. It's not working. So, all right, let me get off here and get to the next video where I show you guys the communication from the lady from Cause to Safety. That's actually one of the directors. But I already knew she was on some fuck shit from the jump. But I guess God had to let it play out the way it needed to. So when she get that ass whooping, or she get that karma, she will know that she had opportunities to not behave the way she was behaving with me. She had the audacity. Okay, I'm finna get to it, y'all. Thank you. Sorry.